Hey, what's good, TikTok? I wanted to make a video today. I started watching a couple of videos, in regards to the Olmec civilization. I'm no expert, mind you. Um, I've done very little research, I haven't read any books, on the Olmec civilization, but you know, I find their civilization to be fascinating, especially the colossal heads. Um, I believe one of the largest or the largest colossal head to be found was about 11 feet tall, ranging from like 40 to 50 tons. And, they're also made out of volcanic basalt, which I believe on the Moore's hardness scale is like ranges from like 5 to 7. So it's like one of the hardest stones to sculpt. And mind you, this civilization, I believe, existed 2,000 years ago. Um, I mean, from our understanding, to sculpt something like that, we know very little of what tools they had at that time, but that's extremely difficult. So I find that to be fascinating, especially for an ancient civilization. um and apparently, these stones, when they were found, they weren't at their original locations. I guess some archaeologists suggest that they were transported almost 90 miles from like their original site. And that might not be accurate, but just to give you an idea, you're transporting a stone that, or a colossal head, weighs almost 40 to 50 tons, 90 miles from, you know, your original location. And we don't even know what type of equipment they used. And, there's all sorts of theories. I mean, that's what makes it fascinating. I mean, um, you could suggest they used a lot of manpower and, tied that thing on a sled, or, relied on rivers. But, you know, we really don't have any evidence. But yeah, one thing that I find fascinating is the helmet, on the Olmec colossal head. You know, it looks like, it kind of reminds me of an old football helmet. The the rubber helmets that football players used to wear, like, I think in the 50s and in the 40s. So one of my theories, is maybe like these colossal heads depicted like famous athletes at that time. Um, so maybe, it's like how in the NFL, the best players go into the Hall of Fame. Um, Maybe these guys were like Hall of Famers, for that time period. I don't know the official name of the ball game, but yeah, according to Google, they call it the Mesoamerican ball game. I'm pretty sure there's an actual term I can pull up, but yeah, this ball, I guess, weighed like 6 to 10 pounds. It was made out of rubber. I don't think you could use it. I don't think you can use your hands or your feet to kick it. You had to use your body. Um, and I think there's, a few of those arenas. You can even find them like in like the old Aztec um structures, or where the old Aztec pyramids are. You'll see some of these courts. But yeah, the history is really fascinating. Apparently, archaeologists are scratching their heads. They don't know what happened to the Olmec. Um, they even have some writings that they found that, because apparently haven't been translated yet. And there's a few theories. One theory is that the Olmecs may have originated from Africa, um, possibly even China. So some people think maybe people from Africa traveled across the sea um, to Mexico. So pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I really don't know a whole lot about the Olmecs, and probably gonna read more up on it, watch more videos. There's a there's a YouTube channel I follow. I believe the guy's name is Luke Regan. But yeah, I think he's an actual archaeologist, and I think he might be like one of the, I don't know if he's one of the few, but archaeologists. But he's been researching the Olmec civilization, and you know, I guess apparently, um, images are being taken of Mexico using lidar and different types of sensors, and they're finding more structures underneath um, all this terrain. It's covered in grass and brush, but yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It's, to me, it's, yeah, it's pretty awesome, when you think about it, like, um but yeah, man. Well, just want to make this video for fun. um yeah, I'm no expert in history, Olmec, history, but go ahead and watch some YouTube videos on it, read some books on it. I'm sure you'll find much more information. I just wanted to give you like a little intro on this. Peace.